Boy, you know you make me float, float, boy, you really give me high.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today we're going to do a pink cut crease, full cut crease. I'm just going to go in starting with my eyebrows and I'm applying my edge control. If you saw my last video, it's some of the same products, but the ones that are different, I'll tell you about it. And I'm just going in with my Maybelline brow pencil and I'm just going to get my brows set and then fill them in. Now I'm just going in with my concealer and I'm cleaning up my brows. I'm so sorry about the noise in the background. They are cutting the grass outside. So I'm just going to carve out my brows and then blend out the excess concealer. And now I'm going in with my Anastasia clear brow gel just to set my brows. And this is the NYX eyeshadow base. It's either in the color white or it's in the color milk. I'm not quite sure. I'll list it down below in the description box. And I'm just going to blend that out with my finger. Before this, I tried to actually use my beauty blender and it took up most of the product. So the best way to do it is honestly to just use your finger to blend it out because the payoff is a lot better. Now I'm just going in with the Kat Von D Lock It translucent powder and I'm just going to set the eyeshadow base. This is a very messy process, so if you decide to recreate this look, I highly suggest doing your eyes first so that you don't mess up your the rest of your face makeup. And now I'm just going in with the Anastasia Riviera palette and I'm going into the shade Monte Carlo and I am just buffing that onto the lid because it is going to be a cut crease. Most of that is going to be cut off anyway, but I want to make sure that I have a good foundation for when I go back in to cut my crease. And I'm going in with my Dose of Colors palette and I'm taking the shade, I think it's called Let's Party, Let's Chill, something like that. I'll have that in the description box as well. And I'm just going to put that into my crease a little bit underneath the Monte Carlo shade that I used, just to kind of deepen the crease up so that it has some definition whenever I apply the concealer.
Hold on, fuck that. Listen, seeing you got ritualistic, cleansing my soul of
Now I'm just going in with my concealer and I'm cutting the crease. I'm actually cutting a little bit above where my natural crease is because I have hooded eyes. So I want to make sure I get above my crease so that when I blink or do anything, it doesn't transfer to my other hard work. So I'm just going to do a full crease. I'm just going to take it all the way to my temples, and I'm just going to make sure that the concealer is smoothed out. You always want to make sure that your concealer is smoothed out because you don't want to have any texture on your cut crease.
trust from the distance. I think we should rule out the women for now, cause we're falling apart.
Now I'm just taking my NYX Ultra Pearl loose pigment and I'm putting that onto the lid. This is in the gold color. This was actually done on accident. I was supposed to be picking up like the rose gold shade, but I picked up the gold shade. It came out good, so yeah. But I'm just going to take like a flat brush and apply the loose pigment all over. And again, I strongly suggest doing eyes first because I had a lot of fallout. There was a lot of glitter everywhere, so just keep that in mind. Even if you are like a face first person, it can be a messy process, and I was not going to take all of my makeup off to get this right, so just do the eyes first, sis. And I'm just taking a makeup wipe and cleaning up all of the fallout from the translucent powder, the glitter, just any other fallout that I have.
I'm gonna some new headband. I can start wearing the black headband. Today I get to wear burgundy.
And I'm going in with my Milk Makeup going in with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip primer, and I'm gonna just put that on my face and let it dry down a little bit. And now I'm going in with my Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Brûlée, and I'm just gonna apply that with my Sonia Kashuk sponge. This is my first time using it, and it's actually a very pretty foundation, and I only used I think like 3 pumps, and I was able to get enough coverage for my entire face. And I'm just showing my mom how it looks. So now I'm going in with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Warm Sand, and this is the concealer that I use to also carve out my brows and to cut my crease. And I'm just going to apply that under the eyes, down the bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow, chin, and some on my forehead. And then I'm just going back in with the pointed end of the Sonia Kashuk sponge, and I'm going to blend everything out. And usually I use my beauty blender, but I actually bought this sponge from Target not too long ago, and it was my first time using it as well. Y'all, it's big. That's a big sponge. And if you have a beauty blender, you know, like, you can tell that it's a big difference. But it blends so well. And it was hard to get underneath my eyes because it's so big, but trust me, it's definitely worth it. This is such a good sponge. Even if you don't feel like spending $20 on a beauty blender, the Sonia Kashuk sponge is maybe like $7 and it's so worth it. Now I'm going in with my Ben Nye Luxury Powder in the shade Banana. And I'm just going to put that everywhere that I put the concealer just to set it in place. And now I'm just going to put a little extra powder underneath my eyes everywhere that I put the concealer to just kind of bake a little bit. I actually don't know why I bake because I have dry skin, so it kind of isn't really helping, but I don't know. I just like to bake, so we're going to do that. And I'm just going in with my Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder in the shade, I think 360 Mocha. Yeah, 360 Mocha. And I'm just going to bronze up the face a little bit, my cheeks and underneath my chin and my forehead and then my nose. Then I'm just going to go back in with that Ben Nye powder and I'm going to sharpen up my contour a little bit. And now I'm taking my Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder in the shade number 3 Tan. And I'm not going to brush away the powder. I'm actually just going to use the Charlotte Tilbury powder to kind of just pack it in and blend it all together. Next, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Bronzing and Contouring Duo. This is in the shade St. Lucia, and I'm just taking the blush. It's like a pink powder blush, like a glittery blush. And I'm just going to put that on the apples of my cheeks. Now I'm taking my Huda Beauty Resting Boss Face setting spray, and I'm sorry y'all, it's the morning, it's hard. And I'm just going to dry that down. And now I'm taking my Super Cat eyeliner pen. I actually just used it to do the outline because it's a felt tip, so it was a little tough. And once I got the outline down, I went in with my e.l.f. liquid eyeliner and I just went over the top to kind of darken it and to fill it in. Now I'm just going in with my Wet n Wild eyeliner. This is black, and I'm just gonna line my waterline. And now I'm going in with my Urban Decay Perversion Mascara, and I'm just gonna coat my lashes so I can put the falsies on top. I actually lost that footage. The lashes that I'm using actually came in a Love Me box. Yeah, I wasn't able to apply them on camera, and I also lost the lip footage. I just used a the NYX medium beige lip liner to line my lips and put my lipstick on, and I'm using the Fenty Beauty Duo highlighter, and the highlight that I'm using is in the shade Hustler Baby. So I'm just gonna put that on my inner corners, brow bone, tip of my nose, cupid's bow, and then the high points of my cheeks. And this is the finished look. Of course, I lost the rest of my footage, but I just applied my wig, got dressed, and now I'm ready to go. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.